Hey everybody. Today, we're exploring the dark world of serial killers. Criminals whose terrifying acts have left a lasting impact on history. From cunning manipulators to unidentified menaces, these are the top 10 most notorious serial killers of all time. Let's get started, but a warning, this content is disturbing. Number 10. Ted Bundy, a charming law student who became one of the most feared killers of the 20th century. Bundy confessed to 30 murders across 7 states in the 1970s. His good looks and persuasive personality helped him lure victims, often by pretending to need help. Bundy's escape from custody twice and his subsequent killing spree shocked the nation. After a highly publicized trial, he was executed in 1989, but his legacy of terror remains. Number 9. Aileen Wuornos, dubbed the Damsel of Death, is one of the few female serial killers in history. She murdered 7 men in Florida between 1989 and 1990, claiming self-defense. Wuornos had a tragic life filled with abuse and hardship, which fueled her rage. Her trial captivated the media, and in 2002, she was executed. Her story was later dramatized in the film Monster, cementing her place in history. Number 8. Zodiac Killer, a mysterious figure who terrorized the San Francisco Bay Area in the late 1960s. The Zodiac claimed responsibility for 5 known murders, though he boasted of 37. He taunted police with cryptic letters and ciphers, making his identity one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in criminal history. Despite intense investigation, the Zodiac was never caught, leaving a chilling legacy of fear. Number 7. John Wayne Gacy, also known as the Killer Clown, was a respected community figure who turned out to be a sadistic murderer. Gacy killed 33 young men and boys between 1972 and 1978, burying many of them under his house. His dual life as a clown and a killer shocked the world. Gacy was executed in 1994, but his horrifying acts have made him one of America's most notorious serial killers. Number 6. Jack the Ripper remains one of history's most infamous serial killers. Operating in London's Whitechapel district in 1888, the Ripper brutally murdered 5 women, all prostitutes. Despite numerous theories, his identity remains unknown, making him a subject of endless speculation. The Ripper's gruesome murders and the media frenzy they generated have ensured that his story remains a cornerstone of criminal history. Number 5. Jeffrey Dahmer, the Milwaukee cannibal, is infamous for his grotesque crimes. Between 1978 and 1991, Dahmer murdered 17 young men, engaging in necrophilia and cannibalism. Dahmer's arrest in 1991 revealed an apartment filled with body parts, shocking the world. Sentenced to 15 life terms, he was killed in prison in 1994. Dahmer's case remains a terrifying example of extreme human depravity. Number 4. Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, terrorized California in the mid-1980s with a series of brutal home invasions and murders. His crimes were marked by extreme violence, random victims, and satanic symbolism. The city of Los Angeles was paralyzed by fear until Ramirez was captured by citizens in 1985. Sentenced to death, he died in prison in 2013. But his reign of terror left an indelible mark on American crime history. Number 3. Ed Gein. Ed Gein's horrific crimes inspired some of the most iconic horror films, including Psycho and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Living in isolation in Wisconsin, Gein exhumed bodies and created macabre artifacts from their remains. In 1957, police discovered his gruesome collection and the remains of 2 women he had murdered. Declared insane, Gein spent the rest of his life in a mental institution, dying in 1984. His story continues to haunt popular culture. Number 2. Andrei Chikatilo, the Butcher of Rostov, murdered 52 women and children in the Soviet Union between 1978 and 1990. His brutal crimes, involving torture and mutilation, were concealed for years due to the Soviet government's reluctance to admit to the existence of a serial killer. When caught, Chikatilo showed no remorse, and his trial was a bizarre spectacle. He was executed in 1994, but his crimes remain one of Russia's darkest chapters. At number 1 is H.H. Holmes, America's first known serial killer. Active during the late 19th century, Holmes is infamous for constructing the Murder Castle in Chicago, a building designed to trap, torture, and kill his victims. Holmes confessed to 27 murders, though the actual number is believed to be much higher. He was executed in 1896, but the legend of his murder castle and his cunning criminal mind make him one of the most notorious figures in American history. That's our list of the top 10 most notorious serial killers. These individuals left a trail of horror that continues to captivate and terrify us. If you found this video interesting, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more chilling content. Thanks for watching Top 10 Horizons, and stay safe out there.